What makes up normal nutrition? Fuel, what do we want to eat? The three, just name something. Shout it out. Vegetables. Protein. Okay, protein and vegetables. And what else?
Fruits.
Okay, but what is a fruit?
A tomato.
Okay, what are the categories? What are the categories? The protein, fat, and carbohydrates, right? And no matter what we do, no matter what we like or don't like, you have to have some semblance of all of that. So if you do Atkins like I did, and I lose, I mean, Michelle knows this, I won't even run, I won't walk, I'll just do Atkins and I'll lose 40 pounds. But I'll get gout every time. Big red toe, can't walk because I have gout. So I can't do it. And plus, I couldn't do Atkins the rest of my life, right? And I did it over and over, I mean, at least 3 times. And I lost weight like a rock, but it always came back to haunt me because I would start eating carbs. So that's where I get stuck. You know, Michelle's answer really is she is exercises. So even though, and this is true, weight loss is 70% diet and 30% exercise. But for her, it's 70% exercise and 30% maybe eating right. I'm not even sure you diet.
Well, according to this book, they talk about to get the weight off, you diet, and the weight comes off. But to keep it off, you exercise.
Yeah.
So they talk about you can go on and off the diet that they put in the book, and there's 2 levels. There's stage 1 and stage 2. And when you find that you've picked up 5 pounds, go back on the strict diet so you can lose that weight. But to keep it off, you have to exercise. That's what they say. And then what they tell you is that your metabolism will reset. So if you do this for a year, your metabolism will reset.
Because for me, like people say, well, I lose it and I gain it back. It's because your metabolism has never reset. And the problem is your metabolism takes a year or 2 to reset. Like, so you'll lose weight.
You have to be consistent.
But you'll lose weight from cutting calories, but your metabolism will reset. And it almost, people say, well, I get back to the same point every time plus 5. It's because it didn't reset, right?
Well, and you need to build a little muscle, because muscle will help burn calories.
Okay, so let's do this real quick. So real food is vegetables, protein, and carbs, and water. How much water should we drink a day? Wow, half of your body weight in ounces. You know, I mean, that's a good rule. My rule is very simple for people because I don't like measuring like how many ounces. They say 64 ounces, they say this. Your urine should be almost as clear as possible. So when it's dark, bright yellow, you've not had enough water, okay? So if you're urinating just a little yellow in your urine, then you're there. So, I mean, it should be clear if you're getting enough water. Now, should that be coffee? Well, I don't think, you know, like they say, well, should you have Diet Coke to lose weight? You know, if you're a Coke junkie or you're a Mountain Dew junkie and you choose to do Diet Mountain Dew for now, that's better. But the realists say you just need to drink water. Do you need to do it, you know, spend all the money? No. I mean, I had, I don't know, 24 bottles of water for $3. Or you can just drink it out of your tap, or you can get a Brita filter. So, you know, you don't have to spend money on although everybody, you know, does, and there's all these things about, is the water at the right pH, and is it alkaline or is it acidic? You know what, if you're not drinking water, just drink water. It doesn't really matter how. And a lot of people do those little containers where they put fruit in it, and then they drink it like that. You know, what they do say, though, is that when you add stuff to water, it changes it. And that's my problem. I'll put Crystal Light or...
Well, it's because it's all the fake chemicals.
Well...
You got to read the Dorito facts. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So, let's talk about how many meals a day should you eat? Before I answer, everybody's a little bit different, though. But in general, 3 meals and 2 snacks.
What's a meal?
Well, good question, Michelle.
Take out your palm.
Take out your palm.
That's it.
That's your meal.
That's it.
I tell people their fist, but palm too. And the other thing I tell people is get some dessert plates. So you make your food, whatever the food is, you want to kind of cover the gamut here, and then when you get to serve yourself, you get a dessert plate, and that's your plate. You drink your water, some amount, well, I don't know, people say 8 ounces, or 30 minutes before you eat, which is a little too much timing for me, and then you eat your food, and you fill up your plate, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. 1/3, what do you do?
I don't eat right. The endocrinologist here in this book is recommending plants. Heavy on vegetables. Heavy.
But you fill it up with what you think you want. You eat it and you wait 30 minutes, and if you're still hungry, you can fill it up again. Now that's just one idea. You know, the problem is you get a dessert dinner plate and you put on there probably 2 servings of everything. You know, if you buy an apple nowadays, you know the apples we buy. If you compare them to 1950, those apples are 3 times the size. So one apples are either 2 to 3 servings. The bananas are bigger, right? The sodas are bigger. Everything's bigger, and do we need that? We need more of this, more water, but we don't need more apples. We don't need more bananas. How much protein should we eat? Any idea? What did the book say? 4 ounces a day?
I don't remember.
It's
It's not a lot.
But I think it's moderation. And there's so many things. So for next, and we'll decide when we're going to meet next, but for next time, I'd like people to bring in a snack, maybe, or a dish that they, because in the next couple of weeks, I want you to find something that you like that's low calorie that gives you what you need. For me, it's oatmeal with raisins and pecans. You know, and I mean steel cut oatmeal. The problem is I have trouble eating too much of it. But, well, of course I like steak, right?
Yeah, but you do steak.
And the other thing I'm going to challenge you to do under the vegetable category is that should be your main focus for your food, right? Mm-hmm. So vegetables really should be our main focus. The problem is we grew up with frozen Brussels sprouts. Came in a brick, right, for me, and my mom would put them in the pot and turn it on, and they would kind of melt, and they'd be like little squishy, yucky. So I challenge you to try different vegetables. Try different methods of cooking. I'm using a pressure cooker lately, but you try different methods and see what works for you, and what works, bring it back and let us know. You know, because it's amazing what people read. Some books. Get a book that you really like. There's so many books. You know, it might be about a guy. It might be from a woman. It might be, you know, anything. So mix up your vegetables, your protein. You know, does it have to be beef? It could be chicken. It could be fish. It could be, you know, there are some people who believe that soy we should stay away from. Soy we should go to. A lot of controversy there, right? Multivitamins. Should you take a multivitamin? That's kind of beyond the level of this, but I usually recommend at least a multivitamin of some sort, or get it from here. But I make do it because I don't always get it here. Fruit you got to be really careful with, because you can get into trouble as far as your carbs with fruit. Just be careful about how much you eat of fruit. And there's no rule with water. Water is...
Well, you can overdo water.
Well, okay, but... Okay, what are some foods do you think that you don't have to worry about? Free foods. Anybody have an idea about free foods? If you do Weight Watchers, if you've ever done Weight Watchers. Celery. So celery. So lettuce. Oh boy, right? Woohoo! Celery. What else? Cucumber. Well, you know, it's interesting. I was reading a book about carrots, and carrots all theoretically are sweet, but because they're so high in fiber, you tend not to absorb the sugar very much. So you know, let's another question. What is better for you, a regular potato or a sweet potato? Why? They're sweet. So this is another lesson for the day. The complexity of the carbohydrate or the sugar is better for you the longer the complexity than the shorter. So plain table sugar is 2 units. So you eat it and it absorbs right away. Alcohol or vodka or beer has an immediate carbs, right? Coke, you swallow it, your blood sugar goes up immediately. Whereas if you eat a sweet potato, it's such a long chain carbohydrate that it has to be broken down into simpler units, so it's slower to absorb. And so what I tell people is, you don't want to go like that with your blood sugar. You want to go like that, right? So anything that is... Everybody look at her, making noise. So think about it. Is peanut butter bad for you?
In excess.
How is it... What?
I said in excess.
Okay, so my son loves peanut butter. He's a peanut butter junkie. And I see him go, and he comes out with this huge, like, glob of peanut butter. But if you go on the side of the jar, it'll say, you know, I don't know, a tablespoon or a teaspoon. So if you have a teaspoon of peanut butter on some apples,
Tablespoon, I think.
tablespoon, it's probably not bad for you. In fact, it's rather a good snack. So if you ask me, I just think I should eat like 6 meals a day. Small meals all the time, because I don't eat, and then I get home and I eat the entire kitchen. But I was busy, right? So you have to figure out a way to kind of get yourself to eat so that you're not so hungry. And that's just me. So all these are free.
Portion control, I think, is important.
For portion control, okay. How many calories a day should we eat of this combination?
Are you going to make them count calories?
I'm just asking a question. 1,500? 1,200? 1,200, that's a pretty good. So I don't really care if you want to count calories or not. Some people like counting calories because they like a 1,200 or 1,500 calorie diet. It really doesn't matter to me. But if you want to lose weight, you're more likely to want to be down lower. Like if you're used to 3,000 calories a day and you go to 2,000 calories a day, which really is a lot of food, you'll still lose weight. But once you start counting calories, then you look at the packages, right? Of all these things on the packages, then you have to make choices because, like this Coke, right? That to me is a serving, right? I think it says
2.5.
Yeah, 2 servings. And I did not know this, but Diet Mountain Dew is 7 calories. For the whole bottle, the big bottle I drink is like 21 calories. Who would know, right? What else? Oh, one other thing that I think is real important is how we cook our food, right? In fact, I've told people, just don't go out to eat. Just don't go out to eat. Just stop. That's the one thing you want to do. Don't go out to eat. And it's amazing how people feel better by doing that. Because how we cook our food, whether we use oil or olive oil, or we do it in the microwave, or we do it on the grill, do it in the oven, however you want to cook your food, can make or break you. I mean, you can eat sweet potatoes, but sweet potato fries, right? And you could ruin it. There are also this big thing called superfoods. I don't think we're not quite there yet, but there are certain foods that are better for you than others. What else, just to get started? Okay, any other questions? Do you have any other things to add?
No, I can tell you about superfoods if you want. But
Let's do it. Tell me about superfoods. What is a superfood?
it's just really healthy.
So a really healthy food.
Lots of benefits, like lots of antioxidants, which
Okay.
is what fights cancer and
Okay.
aging.
So give us 5 examples.
Green tea,
Green tea.
all the berries in general.
So berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, right?
Berries.
They're expensive, but they're considered a superfood. What else?
I think all the cruciferous vegetables, which would be your Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, and spinach.
Oh, chocolate.
Almonds and walnuts.
Almonds and walnuts. No, dark chocolate?
Well, the problem with dark chocolate is it has a lot of, the cocoa butter is very fattening.
So they
So you
say,
can only have an ounce a day. But there's some really good research with dark chocolate when they're going to probably come up with a way to super concentrate it, and it will be as powerful as like Lipitor in lowering cholesterol. We're not there yet. So don't tell everyone you're going to lower your cholesterol by eating chocolate.
oh my gosh. Okay, so
But they're working on it.
for this next week, so when do we want to meet next, before I forget? 2 weeks, 4 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. So from 2 weeks from now, you need to, for the first week, I want you to work on vegetables. I want to know, and if you do vegetables, let's everybody come up with a way of eating them. I mean, like, come in, bring a dish, bring the vegetables, we can cook them here, we can use the oven, we can use the microwave. And just a quick thing about the microwave. There's some issue about plastic in the microwave. So if you're going to heat stuff up in the microwave, take it out of the plastic dish and put it in a microwave-safe
Glass or
container,
ceramic.
glass or ceramic, or just because there's been some talk about that. So the first week is vegetables. The second week is exercise, okay? So I'm going to stop here, and we're going to talk about exercise.